Greetings, players, warriors. The Warriors Den
This
is
is it.
live once
For
again.
real couch.
Yes, real
Real
couch, real
person.
people, real viewers. Live for
amazing.
the first time in 2 years?
Yeah, I think so. It's been a
I'm
long
doing
time.
it. You're seeing it. It's live. So we're not going to be able to do this every time
Mm-hmm.
before we get everyone's hopes super up. But we've got a new hero, and we wanted to be here with you as a part of it. So we've gone through everything. I've swabbed my nose like 1,000 times to be here. So we're just excited to
Yes.
join into everything with you guys. We've got player guests here.
We do.
We've got like half the comp roster. It's so awesome. Anyway, but before we get into all the nitty gritty, Vanessa, thank you for joining me
Thank
today.
you. Thank you for having me.
You've been on the Warriors Den
Yes,
before,
yes.
but never as a host.
No, it's first time.
Is it nervous?
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, I'm excited.
Did you
It's the
never-
Euro reveal, so it's going to be great.
All right, and I believe we have things dropping.
Yes, we do have Twitch drops. So every 30 minutes of viewing, you will get scavenger crate. That's great. And also a chance to win 100,000 steel and the Euro for free and so many rewards. So that's great, but that's not all. If you're a viewer or a streamer, so there's more reward as well. So if you're a viewer through the Foreigner directory, you can win, get even more reward up to 24 hours through the week of July 28th up to August 4th. And if you're a streamer, if that's your thing, if you end up in the top 10, if you're like the most popular one, you will get 100,000 steel as well. So yeah, that's cool. Stream the game.
The riches in the britches.
That's
Get it.
it.
Be one of the top 10 streamers. Do it.
That's it, but that's not all, Brian, because we're live, because it's a big show today. We also have free week for
Yes. I've been waiting for the free week.
So starting July 28th up to August 3, so you can play for free on Ubisoft Connect, Epic, Steam, and PlayStation as well. So yeah, so
I'm
you can play for free.
excited. So that's the week of July 28th.
Yes.
You're going to be able to invite your friends to try the game out for free and to help incentivize your friends to get on board so you can finally complete that Allied Warrior order for the first time ever. We're bringing back friend referral program.
Yay!
So invite as many friends as you want. You can get up to 5 rewards for yourself, and if they play 2 or more hours of For Honor, they can get, 7 days champion status.
Oh, nice.
That's right.
Yep.
So, and to help them stick and stay in For Honor, we want to expose them to our awesome community and all of the memes and dreams. And so For Honor is coming to TikTok. That's right.
This is it.
You're going to see For Honor TikToks made by our team right there on the Ubisoft
That's an
TikTok,
interesting
so you can look for that.
decision.
But enough about the ticks and the talks. I think we've got some stuff to recap.
Yes, it's been a big year. We're halfway through it. We started big with a pretty boy, hero skin.
Key conditions.
Ramiel, Ramiel came in. We also had a wyvern. It's not a dragon, it's a wyvern. Kevin,
No, but he is the best boy.
he's the best boy. So that was great for the Golden Age. Starting the year big. Season 2, so that's right now. We just went through TU1 with a hero skin as well. And I think I'm seeing a glitch. Is it me or?
I'll get a text.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
okay, so that's fine. So
Nice
season
tease
3,
up.
you will notice, I'm pretty sure you noticed that TU1 we don't have a hero skin, but it's coming at TU2. I feel like it's related to a candy-related event.
I was a little scared when they told me about it.
Spooky about it. And that's not all. We also we hear you guys. So crossplay phase 2, you will get more news during season 3 as well. So for to finish up the year, season 4, sorry. So much stuff. TU1, hero skin, back to back, and TU2, the latest Outlander hero that will beautifully wrap up the year. So that's gonna be great.
I just want to make sure y'all heard that correct, because I'm pretty sure as soon as we said crossplay phase 2, chat just lost its mind. New hero, end of the year, another
So
Outlander.
more news later.
after
But let's go
year-
back to this
Yeah.
season, Brian. We
Yeah,
have
we
Crossplay.
just
like
had a great TU.
yeah.
Yeah, we had the event Justice of the Pharaohs, or Justice of Pharaohs. They messed it up again. Battle Pass, we had Hero Skin, Testing Grounds, and Hero Fest. But coming up in TU2, we've got, where am I? There you are. Stop, Max. We've got armor variations. Make sure, new hero. You heard it. I want to make sure. New hero.
It's
Hero's
coming.
new. There's a new hero. And then we've got Covenant Games.
Yes.
Horko's Masquerade
Yes.
is coming back. Quick note on that, though. The last 2 heroes plus the new one, unfortunately, are going to have some delayed content associated with
Yeah, it's gonna
Horko's
come later, I
Masquerade.
think. Yeah.
But it'll be coming. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. And then we got Hero Fest.
Yes.
It's going to be
Zanhu and Shaman.
yes, Fiery Boy and Neck.
Mm-hmm.
And then Battle of the Eclipse throwback event. I'm excited for this because I am a unabashed Peace Daddy War Mommy stan. That's the OTP
was a cool event,
for
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And again, the latest 2 heroes, so Kyoshin and Pirate, as well as the new hero, unfortunately will not receive rewards from that because they didn't exist when it happened. However, but wait, there's more. Silver lining, we are bringing back the event track. So if your job got in the way, school got in the way, your mom was like, clean your room, or your girlfriend was like, can we please have a date? And you didn't finish the event track, you'll be able to pick up right where you left off and finish that up, which is good for me because I'm missing some stuff for Shuggo the Huggo. So
that's it.
I'm looking forward to that.
To do it.
But yeah, I think that we've got...
Is it the time to reveal?
Well, I mean, they put this thing
they
up
put
here,
some stuff
and I don't know
here.
what it's about.
I don't know.
We have some top-tier tech stagehands with us that you've never seen before in your life. But yeah, I think we should drop this and show everyone what it's about. But should we drag it out?
Yeah, maybe we can just talk.
I mean, they love it when we
they
just
love
take our time and just I
yeah.
run my frickin'
How was
mouth.
your day? How's your day?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I had a great breakfast.
Okay, I think we should
anyway,
do it.
let's
I
do
think
a
we should do
countdown.
it.
We'll do a countdown.
Yes.
Do a countdown. Okay, so 3, 2, 1.5, 1, 1 and 3/4, 1 and 3.
Okay, there you go.
repeat.
There you go.
Do it.
Do it.
Oh no!
There you go, guys.
Boosh. Look
Big
at that
surprise.
Medjay hero.
Medjay.
Available July 28th. That's 1 week, y'all.
Cool.
One
It's
freaking
coming.
week. You're going to have the hero in your hands.
What does it mean?
Such a chesty boy. I am so excited for everyone to learn everything that we have for you today about this hero. But first, if your mind's not blown enough already, we've got one more thing to blow your mind. Well, we got a lot, but one thing right now, and that is the Medjay reveal trailer.
Yes.
Take it away.
Oh, let's go. Reveal trailer?
In the vestiges of my homeland, legends speak of the Scarab bracelet. Fated to curse any other who would sully it. What is mine by right was stolen. Heathmore suffers, and I am the only one who can stop it. I will reclaim my birthright by whatever means necessary.
Oh, that's a cool Medjay. Wait a second. So he can use weapon as a staff and as an axe? Last picture. Hands.
What an amazing trailer. Oh my god, I'm so excited. That was so great. I have so many guests with me today. So Stéphane, Jan, Andre, Andrew, Anastasia, welcome to the Warriors Den. Welcome to live. First time for Andre for Warriors Den and live as well.
Wait,
so
you said live? This is live?
yes, it's live.
We're live, guys.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my God. Thank
I
you
hope you're not too stressed. It's
so
fine.
much for having me. Thrilled to be here too.
It's gonna be a great show. So we'll dive into Medjay right now. So Stéphane, tell us about Medjay. Tell us about like the creation of this hero.
Absolutely. Really excited to bring you the Medjay hero, the Egyptian warrior. Basically, we know that the Outlanders have kind of opened up the world. The pirates opened up the seas. We've opened up the Lost Horizons. And now we have the opportunity to have fighters from all around the world
That's great.
enter For Honor. So this
Yeah,
is
look.
awesome. Thank you to the Outlanders faction. This is super cool.
Each
So what are
has
the
yes and
Outlanders
X.
to us, basically? It gives us two major kind of opportunities. Heroes from any individual
awesome.
culture in the world. And then, of course, I mean, who's excited for Egypt? Everybody. So this is our first on our hit parade, basically.
Yeah, and they bring, I guess, with them different style of gameplay as well, unique stuff, right?
Absolutely. That's the other kind of like core feature, really, of the Outlanders is like what's like a unique gameplay opportunity for each.
Yeah. Seems to have technical issues.
As long as you're locked.
And we have the props with us today. So the props that we use at mocap, we made it build on scale as well. So it's 8 feet long. I think you should like connect.
Yeah,
And I know
Let's
it's not
do
a,
it.
yeah.
Oh, the mocap.
Oh, that was so much better than
Almost as
practice.
fast as
Oh, let's go.
There you
Okay.
go.
Nice.
And so there's a magnet in it, but
I
yeah.
think
So
Hero
yeah,
can
that's great.
split
I
this
mean,
weapon.
it's fun to have a weapon and a play style really different for this hero.
Absolutely. I mean, like you might know, like Highlander gets knocked out of its second form all the time. This character gets to sit in it, in-locked while they want. So it's
I can
really cool.
I can wait to dive more into gameplay later, but let's talk about the history of the character and the archetype. Like, who is Medjay?
Yeah, so working on the Medjay was a huge challenge, a very fun challenge, but hugely challenging because there are two fighting styles. And so this created twice the work for all departments. When it came time to craft the archetype backstory, we knew that the weapon was definitely the starting point. And so our backstory for the hero goes that they developed this new dual-wielding fighting style in order to repel invaders. Because they are a lost civilization of Egypt. Unfortunately, in For Honor universe, Egypt's been destroyed in the Cataclysm. And so all these invaders want to come in now and pillage the remnants of their culture. And so the Medjay take their fan axe, split it in two. They have two twin axes, which makes them a bit speedier in fights. They can instantly reattach it, ideally for group fights, because that has a bit more of a wider reach. And so this makes them
makes
incredibly
sense.
elite,
Like-
deadly warriors. But what's also really
Death
remarkable
weapon for
about the
range,
Medjay is
reach,
that they're noble warriors
X
driven by a
mode.
code.
Well,
They're really not going to kill unless absolutely necessary
text.
to protect the innocent or once again
Of
to
things,
safeguard
maybe?
the secrets of their culture.
I love that the narrative is connected to the gameplay, to the weapon, to the fighting
I
style.
wonder,
So everything
like,
is
if he's
connected.
using the
And
double
the weapon
X,
as well. So I think it's
you have
great.
the same
Let's
move
dive
like
into
Berserker.
the character itself, Jan. So what can you tell us about Neferka?
Yeah, so Neferka is our main Medjay. He's the last descendant of the pharaohs, and he's the leader of the Medjay as a group. Now, as Andre said, in the world of For Honor, Egypt prospered a long time ago, but it was destroyed during the Cataclysm. So now it's left nothing but desert sands and fallen ruins and all that. So the Medjay are like the last defenders of their culture. They keep that history alive through them, and Neferka is the leader of that whole endeavor, basically. And now, as we know, part of those relics there is the scarab bracelet, and if that name sounds familiar, it's because it was the star of TU1.
Yes.
It was a relic that Bolthorn, the Viking, stole from the temple. Now, here's the thing about Bolthorn and Neferka is that when Bolthorn ventured in the desert, he crossed paths with Neferka. Neferka was on to him.
Also, they met for real.
They met for real. Neferka saw him go into the temple, and he thought he could befriend him, maybe guide him, try to protect their treasures, and like be a nice guy at the same time, But unfortunately, Bolthorn had ideas of his own. He betrayed Neferka's trust, stole the bracelet, and took it back home.
It brought a curse with him
He
as
brought the
well.
curse with
Oh
him
my
as well.
God. I feel like it's a sad friendship story.
It's a super sad friendship story. It's actually inspired by Andre and I's
Oh, really?
friendship. Yeah,
That's our origin story.
That's how you
yeah,
met, guys?
yeah, absolutely.
Wow. But we saw the fight in the trailer as
Exactly.
well.
So yeah, Neferka is like Bullthorn. You kind of deserve this for doing what you did, but also like too many people are gonna die, and being the noble hero that he is, he travels to Heathmore.
Save us all.
Yeah, and then this big fight between the two takes place.
Oh my God, I love it. So bringing the ancient Egypt into the world of Eatmore, what was
the
it
head
for?
visuals.
Because it's a real place. So what was it for, historically speaking, Andre? What can you
It
tell us
makes-
about it?
There's so much history for us to draw on. So as I go on about that, just stop me if it gets a bit boring. But yeah, when we did our research, we realized.
boring.
Okay. The original meaning for Medjay was it meant someone who came from the land of Medjay in Nubia, which is a region along the Nile River. But over time, this meaning changes. It comes to mean desert ranger because the Medjay become the elite police force in Egypt. And they're the guards, and they really contribute to making Egypt the superpower of its day. And so the pharaohs tasked them with guarding the most valuable places in Egypt, temples, tombs, the borders. And so they're incredibly well-respected elite warriors. And this peaks around the 18th dynasty. Unfortunately, by the 20th dynasty, their names disappear from the records. And we don't really know what happens to them, which is a shame. But their names will forever live on as elite warriors.
It's crazy how many like research you guys had to do to create this hero and to make it like feel real into our world. So going into art right now, Andrew, Anastasia. So Andrew, what can you tell us about the creation of this hero, artistically speaking? Sorry.
Thank you. The Medjay Neferka is a quite special character in For Honor history because we started with the Knight, Viking, and Samurai, three specific cultures as a faction, and then a year after we introduced the Wulin as a different culture. After that, we were maintaining within these four different cultures, and then went on for about four. And then fifth year, we introduced the Outlander, hinting that there's some other cultures existing outside. In that fact, Medjay is a quite special and meaningful character because he gives us a possibility. He shows the possibility that there's other culture, other warriors that is existing from other country, which makes our map was a flat, but now it's not. It's a round.
So the world is not flat.
Believe it or not, it is a round.
Sorry, what? The world is not. The world is round.
What?
Well,
Breaking news.
For Honor. But not only that, I mean, basically, while we were kind of researching on this culture, it was quite exciting. It's a new culture, Egypt, and Medjay brought us new style, new patterns, new silhouette, everything was quite new. So the team, it kind of brought us a fresh wind to the For Honor team.
Yeah.
But as excited as it was for reality, it was a tough. There was a lot of challenge that we had to do because it's a new culture that we had to adopt it into For Honor world. So it's not something that current or ancient Egypt just to bring it to the For Honor. We have to retranslate it. So that was a quite good challenge, but then it was quite exciting. But enough of that. Let's take a look at the concept art.
Yes, we do have concept. It's been a while. It's been a while since we had concept.
In the 2 years, I think.
Yeah. Oh
So,
my God.
Here's the concept art of Medjay. This is default set. He's a confident character. He's a strong, masculine, and he's a massive guy. So you don't want to mess with him
No.
when he's passing by.
Don't.
But in characteristic and personality, we wanted to make him the caring, kind, warm, and responsible. So protecting his people and the innocent people. So that's something that we wanted to add it up. And also, he's an elite warrior. At the same time, he's a loyal bloodline. So his armor has a sophisticated decorations and engravings and patterns were applied onto the characters. Structure-wise, we made sure to start with the Egyptian regular traditional outfits. But then on top of that, we left enough room for concept artists to research to make them invite into the For Honor and then retranslate it so he fits into our game. But
I love that.
fashion was amazing. The research in the Egypt was quite exciting, but that's not the only thing that was exciting. The other one that was catching our eyes was a mythology.
Yes.
So let's take a look at the set too.
I mean,
Ooh.
That's so great.
So second set was something that we were kind of focusing more on the mythology, and then this is where we are taking the inspiration from the Egyptian god figurative, the mask and the head, and there's Anubis inspirations and Horus and the soul bag and Osiris as well. I mean, once you equip it, we're gonna take a look at all the variations later, but then it's going to stand out pretty well in the battlefield. But
we're gonna see a lot of those in the battlefield. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, you see that coming for you. Just run away.
But during the Warriors Night, we usually don't show the back part of it. So here's the turntable that we prepare for you. So it's a sneak peek of how it's going to look on the back side of it.
That looks so great.
The whole concept team did an amazing job, a character team, but at the same time,
to see
Shengdu
more armor
team,
types.
it's really
the chance.
exceptional.
Oh,
job.
okay, that looks.
Wow.
Look at that
I like the
badass.
I love the color. I love the pop of color. A little bit like the. I love it.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
texture, the gold. I don't know.
It's not the only armor variations that's going to be standing out. This character has something very special, as we introduced at the beginning with Steph. The weapon.
The weapon. Yes.
It's
Anastasia,
weapon.
tell us more
It's a
about
two.
the weapon and the design of the weapon, because I see that it's pretty intricate. So, what can you tell us about the weapon?
Yeah, sure. As it was mentioned before, now we have this two-sided fan axe that can be turned into two axes, which is kind of cool. But it was pretty challenging for our team to make it look great and also believable, that it makes sense and you can actually have it in real life, like we did. So yeah. So the tricky part was these handles that have to be connected with the special lock, and our team did a great job in designing this special lock.
Really great
for that. So here we can see the evolution of this weapon. We're starting with original Medjay weapon that was inherited by his ancestors, and while we moving, we see that the shape is getting more and more complicated. We see more interesting patterns and
So the interesting
different
interesting part
that
about
was
this weapon
inspired
is
by
like
Egyptian mythology creatures.
how do you customize it?
And the
So
epic
you can customize 3
weapons,
parts.
Here,
So here,
the theme of the epic
Medjay's
weapons
case, is it
is Egyptian gods, and also
staff
some
and the 2 plates?
history moments
Like
that
plate
happened
1, plate 1,
in
plate 2,
Medjay's,
and the staff.
history.
Oh.
Yes, and now you can
I mean,
see
that
my
makes
favorite
sense.
one with the
cat
black
one?
cat.
Yes,
Yes.
I mean,
Oh, I love it. So the character is great. The conception of this character, the weapon. But you spoke about armor variation, Andrew. Can we see them?
Of course. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
Well, as Steph mentioned, this time we have 2 sets and the 3 variations each. And
Oh,
3
alternate
variations
versions.
will
I
have
like
a
that,
alternate
of
version
new approach of
each
yourself.
variation. So basically, there's a one with the hat, and there's the other one without the hat.
Yeah,
Many
nice.
variations. So
I
players
wish
will
they
be able
would do
to
this
play and
for all heroes.
customize in different ways because the
For
one
example,
and
Kensei.
the other has a different options on it. It's a fantastic fashion that they have it, and of course, as we go through, we'll be able to see all these gods figurine of the mask throughout the presentation.
I really love it. Oh my god. This one is great. It's funny.
Oh, the
Anastasia,
mummy.
because you mentioned the intricate part.
Yo, sick.
And that was part of the first conversation we had, because we had to make it like happen fast for gameplay purposes, but also make sense. So this one has magnets. I don't know if they have magnet. Andrew, maybe
It's another one of the Medjay secrets. How
Okay.
it works.
Okay, so you brought magnet into it more. So we used that, but at first we used a twist.
Probably
But
take
mocap
the
it
head
just didn't work
of
out
him.
really well. So that was
The
a
head.
bit
headpiece.
weird
and use the
to
mummy.
handle as well. So
Mummy body part.
wow. Oh, that's the the.
But
which
I don't
god
know
is
how
that?
they
Nobis.
Wow.
how they use
Another
the
thing
arm
that's
piece.
fun too about the weapon, so
Basically
something
like
that we're doing
Zanhu.
this time around is that on the hero page website,
Mhm.
on the website, we'll
Like on
have a list
Zanhu,
of
you
all
only can
the weapon
customize
names
the-
and as well
what do you
as
call them?
lore descriptions, so
upper
people
parts
will
of
get to
stuff.
know why they're called what they're called. It gives a bit of context to the weapons and give them a bit of history as well.
I love more lore attached to a weapon because I feel like when you choose it, it's not only visual, it's like the backstory. So you're like more into it because you choose the weapon for this reason. So do you have a favorite
yeah.
one?
Yeah, my favorite one is we call it the Night Claws, and it's basically the weapon that was wielded by this sort of like Black Ops team of Medjay that the pharaohs would send to execute specific targets, stuff like that.
Oh, I love it. So, guys, we're going to go into gameplay. It's happening really soon. So, thank you so much for coming, for joining us on the live stream.
Let's go.
Don't forget, the Hero will be available July 28th for an exclusivity period for $8. But after that, you can buy it for 15,000 steel after 2 weeks. So, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for having us.
And we'll see you soon for more gameplay stuff.
Meet the Medjay hero gameplay. Mythic Patron's competitive update wrap up. Okay. It's going to be a long stream. I don't know. Like I will check. I will watch until patch notes. I think that's enough for you guys. Competitive update. I will catch on later, but I don't have that much time. Meet the Medjay exhibition match. Exhibition match. Ooh, exhibition match? They never did that. I heard. I also saw on Instagram. Like, our barricade is in Montreal. Participating in the stream. Somehow. So is he doing exhibition matches? Oh man, that break take a while. I think this is one of the big disadvantages to have a live show. But probably I will edit the whole video, make it more enjoyable to watch. Because no one wants to watch everything. Probably I will break down the most important thing, but who knows?
So welcome back. This is the time we're gonna talk about gameplay. So I have with me Stefan and Ben. Welcome, guys. I hope you're doing well.
Oh yeah, we're doing super.
So let's talk about
saw him
Medjay.
before.
Ben, in 3 words, describe Medjay.
Duality, specialized, and I'm gonna add imposing.
Okay, yeah.
We'll get to why in the coming segment.
Pretty
for
soon.
Sure. Yep.
Awesome. So Stefan, tell us more about the gameplay fight style of this hero.
Absolutely. So as we said before, an Outlander to us is really a unique culture, in this case Egyptian, which is cool. We just talked all about that. And the second is unique gameplay opportunities. As we said, Pirates has the Feats in chain, and here the Medjay has Transform, the ability to have 2 separate modes while in locked combat at all times. So unlike Highlander, where you get smacked and you're knocked out of your second mode all the time, this character gets to live in that mode as much as they want. So you have 2 completely kind of separate kits in the same kit.
It's like 2 in
basically.
1.
Exactly.
Basically. Wow. So Ben, I feel like we should just dive into it.
I have to say, this is
let's
great.
get into it. So this is the fun part. Let's go with the chains first, right?
Sure.
Start with the basics. The chain, if you're familiar with Shaolin, it's exactly the same. So you're going into light, heavy, light, heavy, heavy, light, heavy, light. As long as you're alternating, you're going to get the chain going as long as you have stamina.
So infinite chain if you
Your
always
chain lights
swap
are
between light and heavies.
enhanced,
Okay.
so you can keep going all the time. And if you press
And it
light
seems you
twice,
have-
for example, you're going to get into your finisher light.
Sure.
If you get heavy twice,
After the
you're going to go
opener,
into your
hyper
finisher
armor.
heavy, and that's the end of your chain. So that's out of the way.
But in my
as you can
opinion,
see-
Sorry, can you throw a few more lights and heavies just so we can get all the damage values?
the
for those
lights
recording
in the
along at
chain
home?
looks reactable, so it's not really like
There you
Charlotte.
go. There you go, recorded.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
as you
hyper
can
armor.
see, everything is uninterruptible stance as soon as
Might
you
be
get into
really
the chain.
interesting in team fights.
The fact that he
because
has
sheer amount of
this
hyper armor
gigantic
you
staff
have,
and holding it like really
and
on the end.
it's in the
means that he
staff
has
form.
really
I hope it
imposing
has a
arcs. And
good hitbox.
basically, this is kind of telling you that this is a hero that's going to be comfortable in group fights.
Yeah.
One is in staff mode. Let's get through the rest of the kit real quick.
Sure.
So you have side dodge heavies, classic, dodge those pesky
40 damage
black
looks
rider
very slow.
bashes and shoulder
I
bashes.
cannot tell the
Dodge forward
timing.
heavy, which if I can show it off here, does what it
Looks
should
like
do,
a fixed timing.
which is close the gap, prevent someone from rolling out, initiate combat, etc.
And on the roll catch,
we
oh,
have
that's
the
so
zone,
nice.
which, as you can see, has very short forward range.
Looks,
But that's on
600,
purpose.
looks like a 600
because usually you
millisecond
wanna
attack.
kind of target the guy in front of you and hit the guy that's behind you. If it would go forward a lot, you would
Okay,
miss
yeah.
those external hits. So that would feel a lot worse than have a zone that is like moving a lot forward. Next, we have the big payoff bind move, which is the dodge forward guard break. There you go. Kind of like
20
a demon
damage,
embrace.
okay.
It deals immediate damage and it chains into your chain lights, your chain heavies, all that good stuff. And you can even perform it after any light in chain. So you can target
Thing
swap and
is,
hit someone
can you
in
cancel
a group
it?
fight surprise. And you'll understand
You can
like
cancel
why we're
it,
doing
it's
this
okay.
a bit later when we get
If you
into the
can't
axis
cancel
modes.
it, it's not great at all
I
because
think
it's
that
so
covers.
slow.
Oh yeah, I guess we got the guard break. Guard break
So
punish,
slow.
kind of not
Plus
the
20
usual one.
damage.
So you'll have a top guard break punish for this hero. Remember, if you're playing Warlord, you know that you have to go top to get that guaranteed heavy. With Medjay, don't do side, or you'll get this.
Okay, the
Not a
side
fun
heavies
time.
are
Otherwise,
I
I think
see.
we're ready to go.
I think so.
Big
Let's
damage
just kind of
heavies,
sum up this form a
light
little
heavies.
bit. So if you're in
Plus heavies top,
staff
okay.
mode, you've got big trajectories, you've got uninterruptible stance, and you've got a really good gank melee move that lets you do direct damage and so on. So it's kind of speaking to you as like, if you're in a group fight, this is your group fight mode
And
that
the
you want to
lane
be in.
as well, I guess. It's good for clearing.
It's very good for clearing the lane, in my humble opinion at least.
Oh no.
Everyone has their own opinion,
So
correct?
that's basically, we've seen one mode. This is what you want to use it for. So now the question is, what's the second mode?
All right, so I
Let's do
mean,
it.
we're gonna talk about the mode switch a bit, I guess. So walk back and guard break is your mode switch special move. So you're
There
going to
we
take some
have.
time to switch between modes. You
It's-
are a bit vulnerable while you're doing this, so you don't want to be caught with your pants down, wanting to switch in the middle of a fight.
So the
but
thing
we
is,
have ways
if
to
you switch
speed that up. So
to
for
X
example,
mode,
you want to be in access mode.
it's still a perma guard.
Coming
Okay?
into a fight.
So it's
this
not
is a
like
duel, I
Berserker.
don't want to be in staff mode.
You have
Boom,
two
you
X's
can
now and
Enter lock,
you're an assassin.
back and guard break, and it's going to be a quick transform, we call.
Okay.
Same thing for every recovery that the character has can be cancelled with this quick transform, so you can be in the mode that you want as fast as possible. And we even have it on a parry cancel. So if, Steph, you want to throw a heavy, there you go. You can switch stance and still
Nice.
get your guaranteed damage that you would have had from like that heavy or light parry.
So not only like you can just
Nice.
switch the mode like that, but you can really like do like a follow up, like attack, axe, quick stand. Like,
Yeah,
it's
you
cool.
can
It's
have,
cool
like,
that you
it's a
like, yeah.
really cool flow when
pretty
it gets
versatile.
going for sure. It's super cool to see. I
Nice.
love what we did here.
Yeah, I'm super happy with it on parry especially because that's a time a lot of times where you're like, oh, I thought it was a duel, but now it's a group fight. So I got to parry off at some point and I can transform into the mode I want or vice versa.
Yeah. And while you're in Axe, Ben, remember when we did like a hit reaction in Axe? That was a big challenge that we had because it was always going back into a staff. And thank you to Tariq and the GPP team to helping us creating like magic, programmer magic to make it happen. So I don't know if you can show like when you get it into Axe. So
Do it.
there you
Let's
go.
So yeah, I mean, this hero has been a long time coming. Like
That was a
we
big
had
challenge, yeah.
a lot of work to do before we even started working on him. So it's a great achievement, and it's super cool that we get
Yeah,
to show it off today.
can we see some execution as well?
I mean, we're gonna get through the Axis mode stuff
Oh,
first.
okay, yes. I'm just too excited.
Calm
sorry.
down,
Sorry,
calm
I'm
down.
too excited.
I mean, she's the animator girl, so of course she wants to see the executions.
We'll see it all.
All right, so Medjay in Axis mode, he has move parity. That's what we call it. I don't know if we made that up, but it means that whatever you're pressing in one mode, it's gonna do something in the other mode. So if I go dodge forward heavy in Axis mode, there's something there. If I do side dodge heavy in Axis mode, there's something there. If I do zone, obviously there's a zone. If I do the dodge
But I have to
forward
say, in
guard
X
break,
mode, the zone looks
instead of
faster.
being a big bind move, it's a super quick unreactable bash that this time guarantees a light and, of course, combos into itself infinitely for as long as I have stamina. And you have the heavy finishers that, instead of having unreachable stance, have some good old unblockable property to really force a reaction out of your opponent.
Okay, the question
So
is
what you're saying there with the input parity is basically like we taught you all the moves that you have
Heavy
in,
finishers.
staff mode.
Mm-hmm.
So
if you go
using
for
the same
heavy-
inputs that
heavy-
you've seen there, you can
heavy
do the
finisher
same
is always
character,
unblockable.
kind of flow
Mm-hmm.
in the axe mode, and you get moves basically.
But the question is,
So,
what
yeah, they have
happens
different
if you go,
properties and different use
if you do
cases,
something like
but,
light, heavy?
basically,
Is
Yeah,
the
there you
heavy
go.
unblockable, or
it's
do
like
you,
there is
or is the input
literally
now?
do two move sets.
Light,
But since
heavy,
you
heavy
know,
for
once you know what to press in one, you'll know what to press in the other one, and then it's just a matter of having like properties. For example, 400 ms chain lights, and the unblockable heavy finishers. So I think that gets us to the executions, right?
Yes.
okay.
Oh.
That's it. That's it.
All right, no more invincible.
Okay,
Let's see him real quick.
here's my theory. His main
I
offense,
got this guy.
his main pressure tool is the unblockable in the X
So-
form.
They're we had so much
The
fun in
forward
mocap, like doing the
bash
stuff like
in X
detach,
form.
attach, detach.
I'm not
attach,
sure
and
about the
execution. I
staff.
love it.
Like they
And,
didn't show.
if you are in
much
Axis
staff
mode, you
form.
will be reverting to staff mode.
Like
if you
everything on
start,
staff mode
an
is
execution,
reactable.
If you go into the
500
execution
millisecond
timer,
lights,
and if you
heavies.
go out of lock, same thing here. So
Everything, no soft
Yeah,
feints
that's a
and
good,
so
a
on.
good thing to know.
Only thing he
but
can
that's why
do-
we have the shortcuts to go into Axis mode whenever you want.
That
So what would be the
Super
logical
slow grab.
transition if you play a hero,
With 20
like in
damage.
terms of fight kit or play style, like to play the Medjay? Which hero would be like them?
I think it depends what you're used to. Basically, like if you,
that's basically the light heavy.
yeah, this is,
Just have to get it out of my system.
if you
Dude,
if you're used to
I
big
sh-
trajectory
do, man.
characters, your JJs, your Griffins, then you will, I think, quite naturally learn the group fight aspect of this, the staff mode side of this. And if you're used to some of the characters that can kind of nuke you down quickly if things go their way, the assassins or berserker, let's say, you'll quite quickly learn how to do the flow for axe mode, basically.
Exactly.
So should we get into the feats next?
Yes, we should do that.
Yeah, right?
Let's do that.
All right.
I hope this theory of two modes extends all the way to the feats.
It does. That's why I said duality earlier. So I'm
Okay.
super happy that we managed to do this. It was a hurdle, but we managed to do a hero where each of the feats has two different uses.
Oh,
So
crazy.
let's
basically,
go.
the
I
hero
like
has
that
kind
idea.
of like 8 feats. Let's roll the video, the videos. So on the first feat, we have the Sunshine Strength. When you get a kill in staff mode, for the duration of your life, you will now have a defense buff for as long as you live. So as soon as you die, you're going to lose it, but you're in Axis mode, you're in staff mode. As soon as you
Oh,
get that buff,
wait.
you're gonna
Okay,
keep it.
24 damage.
And next, we have the opposite effect in Axis mode. If you
Just-
get a kill
just
and you
10%
have that
damage reduction.
that feat activated, you will now get a passive attack buff
23
for the
damage.
duration of your life. And the fun part, the quest, as we call it, is that once you get both buffs,
That's
you can
10%.
get both buffs at once. And
Roughly
so
10%.
you are a passively buffed defense and attack hero for the rest of your life. And that's even scarier, knowing
Wait,
what
can
the
you
hero
have
can
two
do.
buffs?
Exactly.
Like,
So
in
you
case
get to keep
someone
each
with
of
the
these
axe.
pieces. So kind of your goal, as you say, your quest in each life is try to get a kill in one mode, and then you get to keep the defensive buff, the little green thing you see on the shoulders, forever until you die. And then ideally, if you get it in the other mode, then you get the attack one as well. You see your hands glowing and your shoulders glowing, and you'll be like, I'm left all the time.
There you go.
So you
All
can
right,
have
moving
two
on to the
buffs.
second
Okay.
feat, the Moonlight Drain, which, as its name implies, is a debuff. So if you hit your melee bind attack with the staff mode, you'll see a debuff on your opponent. That debuffs its defense. So this is your big bind move, the big gank move that will hopefully have your allies nearby, ready to do heavies. And if your opponent is debuffed at the same time, he's gonna eat a lot of damage. So fits really well with the game plan. And if we go with the staff equivalent, the axes equivalent, sorry, you hit your little unreactable bump there. That's going to apply a debuff on the attack of the opponent, giving you an edge in that combat, in that duel, allowing you to tank a bit more damage. And since it's a move that you'll be landing often, you can expect your opponent to be debuffed pretty much the whole fight. I would
Okay,
guess.
I like
now
that both, like staff
it
and
makes
axe,
sense.
they kind of like
With
talk to each
feats,
other. And
like in the
they're
1v1,
kinda
I don't
similar,
see
but different, depending on the
any
mode.
reasons
So I
to
feel like
switch
it's
into staff mode.
Exactly. So
Good job on
we
that.
had
But now,
a,
in
we
the
had
minion,
an
for example,
opportunity
if
to
you
have
unlock level
a
1
feat
or
set
2,
that reflects
makes
that duality
sense
for
now
sure. So the stuff
switch
that
to
you get in
weapons.
axes makes sense for you in axes, and the stuff you get in axe as well. So perfect example is the third feat, Scarab Relief, which in staff is a AoE healing around you. You're gonna be in a group
AoE
fight
heal,
with
okay.
Medjay a lot,
like
so that's what you
Mist
want to have.
of JJ.
And if you are in Axis mode, it's a greedy mode. You're in a 1v1. You want to get healing for yourself. Or it's going to be more healing,
Looks like
obviously, than
25
the staff
health.
counterpart. But yeah, honestly, it's just a greedy.
It's just second wind,
greedy
basically.
aspect.
I love
The
that.
worst
both,
version of second wind, but
like your staff, your
I
whole
guess
kit is about being like group
yeah,
fighting.
it's a third
And
feat,
it's reflected in
so
the
it's
feat
kind of
here
fair because
especially.
you have
This
the
is super good. You
versatility
get your
of
friends.
having a
And then
groupie.
vice versa, if you're an
Yeah.
axe, your whole mode
I
is
think
about
that's the
1v1ing.
reason behind this.
So if you can heal yourself for a bit more than you could heal a group, this is awesome.
And there you go. And the big payoff reflects that as well. On the feat 4, we have on staff a big projectile AoE that you can throw around and hit people that are bunched up in a group fight for medium damage. And then you have the
Medium
axis
damage.
mode, which, if
That
you're
looked
paying
like
attention, is
50
a single
damage.
target projectile that
Oh,
deals a crap ton
70
of damage
damage!
to just one
70
person.
damage!
And that pretty much covers all of the feats. We are super curious to see how this hero pans out in the competitive scene and the casual scene everywhere.
Yeah, so about that, which composition like of the team will fit
From
the
afar,
most
it
with,
looks
like,
reactable,
Medjay,
but
like,
of
Medjay
course, if
team?
someone
What will work the best?
I think there's a lot
Red
of variety
looking at you
actually
and
to this
is
because
basically
of
in
the
front of
duality
you and
aspect,
using level
you
4,
can kind of
I
play
don't-
Medjay a
I
little bit
don't know,
differently
man.
depending on either your situation or your team's comp or your skill set. Do you need to win the big group fight in mid? Go into staff mode and go try to do that. Do you need to hold this point and win a 1v1 to keep your team together? You can go to axe mode and you can actually get it done.
You have a lot of option.
Exactly. So who are his friends going to turn out to be? It depends how versatile you are, and it depends how I think your team is set, basically.
That's so great. So I mean, we're gonna watch that live with like member of
So,
the community for the
I
exhibition
think
match that's coming in.
in
So thank you so
duel
much, guys, for
mode,
the explanation.
like in
and,
game mode
see
duel,
you
he's not that strong,
Thanks, everybody.
Yes.
but he's only strong because of his. But we have to play game first. I really hope we see Barrack, and I'm predicting like if the staff mode, if the staff prep is really that bad, can cancel it. He's never using it. Rarely using it. Probably most harming exhibition match. That probably they're playing the minion. But interesting. Really creative, I like. I like it, user. That. So guys, excuse me. Second. Be right back. On I stay. Man. Good, go. Yeah, I will probably have to edit the video, man. Again? Okay. I will definitely edit the video.
Hello and welcome to the exhibition match portion of the Year 6 Season 2 Hero Reveal, where we'll be seeing the Medjay in action with our content creators here today. It is so good to be back in Montreal casting, back again in the Ubisoft studio. My name is Vivid Naz and I am joined by my brother in crime, Verbalocity. How are you doing today?
I am, considering it's been 2 whole years since we've been here, tumultuous times in between, I'm surprisingly relaxed about the whole thing, although admittedly the one thing to excite my senses is, well, the Medjay. We've been able to play this hero, give him a little try over the past couple of days, and you all will be able to actually now see the information you saw in the last segment put into practice in a exhibition best of 3 match.
Yeah, usually you see it on training mode. It doesn't really do it justice, especially with a character like the one we have here for you today.
Yes.
And of course, as I mentioned earlier, we do have content creators with us today, and we'll pull up the graphic of all of them here. And on Team A, we actually have Barak, of course, one of the most famous competitive players we have in For Honor, followed up by the kings of memes himself, Marco YOLO, and the hashtag Dangerous King Angelus, who is probably the #1 ranked spectator, we'll say. And last but no means least, we have the filthy Spaniard, one of the biggest pillars in the competitive community, helping out with all TOs,
But we have Marco
any
YOLO,
form of
filthy Spaniard,
information,
King Angelus,
and also
Nutella,
I think they have something, a cool project coming in soon in the forms of a website, which we will not dwell on too much.
The Info Hub. However, another partner in crime to Filthy Spaniard is the captain of the blue team for this evening's proceedings. We have Nutella himself, one of the core 3 of that setup for the Info Hub.
So I
Next
hope
up, we have Norgoz now,
they
arguably
let
the voice
Barrack
of North
play
America,
on
of course,
mousy
on a,
keyboard.
like casual esports. Very happy to see him here and see what he pulls out. Will he pull out the Yorm? Will he not pull out the Yorm? We'll find out. Next up, numbers man himself, Freeze. Now, when I heard that Freeze was going to be present here today, I was very curious to see what happens. One, from the devs' reactions to him, but also on top of that, just to see how he plays under the stage lights.
Look at his GIF. The GIF is incredible.
Right?
Of course.
And then finally, last but not least, the Orochi of the century, Nova King is also present with us today, and I'll admit I'm rather chuffed about that.
Yeah, so am I. And of course, you can see the next one. I managed to force Verb to get in the fusion pose with me. Of course, he didn't care where his finger placements were. I cared quite a lot. You can constantly see me looking up and down.
Oh yeah, okay.
We do have a best of 3 where we will get to see the Medjay perform in this Dominion game.
Verb can play on
I think
keyboard.
we're kicking off on our first map of Citadel Gate, Verb.
You know, Citadel Gate, it's a fun one. It is a nice neutral position to be in for the first match of the day. I do believe the map order for the best of 3 is Citadel Gate first map, second map Overwatch. If we go to a third map, Harbor, and we're going to see initially the staff mode being used here, and it's going to be judiciously useful in the mid lane, and the hyper armor is going to be so useful just to establish hard presence and pressure.
Yeah, Nutella is championing the Medjay here, and similar to what was said by the fight team, you kind of want to constantly switch these modes depending on what you need to do. We did speak about how effective
in team
the staff
fight, obviously,
mode is when
you
it
have to
comes
go
to
for
clearing out the
staff
minions,
mode,
and you can kind of see Nutella's constantly switching stances depending on what he has to do in the team fight.
But now
he does fall there, but depending, you have to clear out a bunch of minions, he stayed in that staff mode, and you saw him at one point switch to the
makes
Axe
sense
mode
to
when he was
have
in
an
a
X mode
1v1
as
situation.
smaller hitbox
This
on the
hero,
dodge attack.
very much by intent, is a case of you need the right mode for the right time. A very dangerous maneuver there by Barak, almost trying to take Angel's gimmick out from right underneath him there with the out of stamina. But as I was saying, if you are going into a 1v1, you really should get into the Axe form quickly, and as you saw in the last segment, there are tools to do it. Being able to
they're not all
swap
playing.
off of the parry or recovery is very much handy. However, if you're rocking in a team fight or like here in the mid lane, the staff form will be much more useful for you in that regard.
Yeah, and of course, as well as the Medjay, we do have a team composition built around this just to kind of demonstrate how this character kind of slots in some of these compositions. Oh, we got a bit of a free cam there for a second. On Nova King. He is playing the Pirate, and as we said, joining the Outlander as well is the Medjay as of the 28th of July.
I am so happy
but
that
sadly,
now the
you
Outlanders
cannot.
are being expanded into the mercenary faction.
Sadly, you cannot hyper armor
now
out
the devs
Pirate,
could basically just go full ham with whatever they don't want to do. Although, if we're going to talk about my opinions, let's hear some of the team's opinions, specifically Barak's team. What are you saying?
You go.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay, that boy gets a rotation, but they have still a low radar, so that's the kill.
I would say push.
No,
okay. Yeah, push.
we have
too low and one dead.
Barak's got 2
Freeze?
on him.
Oh, good parry.
Go back Barak up, okay?
Sounds good.
Sadly, Barak thought Freeze is going to intervene, but he cancels it. Oh! No! Oh! Oh! I don't like parry! Bro! Freeze has the read on him because he switched immediately into X mode. It only means bash.
Because we can kind of see that he has unlocked the first 2 feats.
Or double heavy, or into the unblockable, but
we were speaking about how
this situation would basically do the same.
Modes, right?
Okay, now we see bad heavies. Oh yeah, good gank.
Solely reflected
so now basically someone can...
the second feat unlocked, which
No,
depending on which form, which mode you're in, will give a different buff, or a different debuff. And with the first feat, we have a different buff depending if you get a kill in these different modes.
Yeah, and also those feats do have some new paradigms on top of them, specifically with duration. For example, you heard on the couch that the tier.
I really want to see how Barak will utilize the feats.
Until you die,
but
which is
of course,
very
for the feats you have to unlock.
There's never really been something like that before, a permanent buff. So personally, I'm very curious to read and watch people's reactions after the fact on this, because I imagine there are going to be some choice opinions in various chats.
Yeah, it's basically a kill streak. You want to keep that kill streak going on as long as possible.
Just to dodge to the right side and go for the unblockable, because this way he spaced the guy on the right side, and if he commits the unblockable, decent punish, and he might hit the second guy.
Let's be fair, we had A team's opinions, let's hear Team B's now. Let's be fair.
Oh! Okay.
I'm going to heal.
Anybody chasing you?
No, I don't think so. They're all locked down.
Oh, no, I'll come with them.
Good play. My tier 3's down for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, that's just greedy just to go for the light, because it's just a 500 millisecond light.
You know what I appreciate about these exhibition matches? Sometimes I've seen some one-sided affairs over my years casting For Honor, especially in these exhibitions.
Oh no!
Both these years, we've got very much level pegging between these two teams.
Oh, yeah. Just about to hit the 5-minute mark in the match. 6:25.
Okay, we see another option in tier 3. He's actually using second wind instead of the unique feat option. Where he can go for the team heal or for the
correct me if I'm
massive
wrong.
Yep.
Second Wind has a very interesting numbers interaction with the unique tier 3, and that the unique tier 3 self-heal does not heal as much.
But it's
as
actually
Second Wind.
very even.
So basically what they try to do is, you do have that duality of basically you have two feats depending on which mode you're in, but of course we can't have something as powerful as Second Wind and as powerful as the equivalent of Soothing Mist in the same feat. So the numbers are a bit lowered, but you still have that versatility. Depending if you're, I think someone on the couch earlier was saying, if you're greedy or if you're not, if you want to heal your teammates or if you want to heal yourself, you can kind of make that choice.
Yeah, so that greed's going to be very interesting. We'll hear what Team A has to say on the matter, though, as they're about to hit a team fight in mid.
Yeah. Now it's the Pirate situation. Like, Pirate is just annoying. You can basically throw random dash attacks and you're still fine.
Medjay.
Oh, I've just been deleted. Oh dear.
Priority on mid, they're gonna cap mid, we need to clear it.
Now we can see the first weakness of the Medjay. Like, he has no big parry punish.
Track my dash.
Oh,
like, he has no deflect, he has no full block stance, he can only
Still got 2 in mid.
3 and 6,
parry
baby.
and go for a light attack or zone attack. So,
now,
he's
something that you've probably noticed throughout some of these team fights in these moments is occasionally Medjay is getting put out of his depth in certain areas, and going back to what you talked about with the feats, that is actually a price you will pay if you pick up Medjay. Medjay is not a master of all. He is kind of the first true jack of
going for a
character.
zone means you have to pay a lot of stamina.
But he will not be a JJ.
Yeah, he's not a JJ.
Yeah.
He can duel
So he's not a
very
really
well, but he's not a raider.
He's not a counter play here.
I think that's what, it was a very deliberate choice.
The only thing that makes Medjay strong is his
stances.
Yeah.
It's very
attribute
much
bonus or
different
attribute
modes that
debuff.
have their own, if you're fighting with staff form in a 1v1, you're most likely going to get absolutely destroyed. But even in the Axe form, you're still not the best of duelists. But I think having the versatility of doing both is what makes this character so great and so awesome.
Yeah, that flexibility is the first time we've really seen it. And, Outlanders have been starting to do these paradigm shifts. For example, we have seen Pirate in this game, and that's going to be, the in-feat chains. Although, speaking of Pirate, I do believe Filthy Spaniard's going to be fighting the members of Team B. Let's hear what Team B has to say on the matter.
Back is running.
And a fit revenge.
I'm coming to help you.
Now he has. I mean, that's the problem with Death Mode.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's no way
Tier 3 to put some
he can open up barracks.
Just claim it.
In Death Mode. He has to go into
yeah,
X mode.
okay, back on. There you go.
The moment we got beat up, break it.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with you.
Lock down
Marco.
Lock down Marco.
He literally just throws heavies and lights,
Marco,
but
don't
this
come yet,
will never open up.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, yeah, he's working. Yeah, perfect.
Okay,
King.
here we go. We're
We're
in the break-in scenario.
Yep.
This is
Good job. So if they kept map control,
I'm a little
they
curious
will
about how they're going to handle
take
this breaking. With Citadel Gate, so taking B back would stop the break. Actually, never mind. I take that back. Numbers have gone the other way. 1,045 points now for Barracks team means they are
the problem
have to
is
get rid of all points
they
off the
might
map to actually get themselves into a respawning situation. With 2 men down already, that's not good. Excellent parries by Barak. He's going to start swinging away using the hyper armor of the staff form to really apply pressure. Spaniard falls down, and now it's a 1v1 captain versus captain. Can he make it?
Oh, he killed us!
Self-kill, so unfortunate!
And that is unfortunate. Barak's team loses. He had a lot of fighting words these past few days, and in the rehearsals, he was feeling very confident after they kind of destroyed in rehearsals yesterday. But I feel like Nutella's team was just kind of relaxing yesterday. They were biding their time. They were conserving their energy for when it really mattered.
I mean,
yeah, rehearsals are one thing. When we're actually like live here now, entirely different thing. People in chat are watching, seeing how you play, judging you horribly.
People will perform better than others.
Gotta, actually play where it matters. Here in this exhibition, like, completely honest. Yes, this is an exhibition match. It's showing off the hero.
Yeah, it's
not
just
the
fun.
highest of esports, but
it's for fun.
it's fun. People are watching, and you're always gonna have it on video afterwards. So if you can pick up the dub, it's always handy.
It is fun, but I feel like for some of these players, they do very much want to win. There was a lot of smack talk coming into into these games, especially between Nutella and Barak.
Yeah.
They wanted to see who can basically champion the character the best. And
but you saw my Fury, like, Staff mode is not really for 1v1. Staff mode is only for teamfights with the hyper armor for
I very much have memories
hitbox and
2
for
years
the
ago
trade.
even with
That's
Daddy Law and Havoc Swan.
Or maybe for the buffs.
When we were doing the
But I
Shampoo
will-
reveal. There was some choice words exchanged between those two.
Yeah,
The actually state of Medjay, I will only use X
which
form
will
in
be in
1v1.
Overwatch. We did see a lot of team
Like,
fighting in
there's
Citadel
nothing
game,
you can
but
do out of
Overwatch
neutral.
is usually
In X form you
the
can
one.
do the
Point C is
forward
the
bash.
most hotly contested point, and possibly in
And
all of our
unblockables.
maps in the competitive pool.
Yeah,
But for the unblockables,
Overwatch, there's a
obviously
couple
you have to
traditions
throw
on it.
the
The first one we're about to see, that is
heavy.
everyone bundles
And
on
now
the scene and has a
the
lovely
questions
fight.
I
Although
have is
one person each will traditionally go to mid
unblockable
unless you're
finish.
like Otto
No,
or Shigs,
the
in
heavy
which case take
finisher
the
is
Shaman
always
and go off to A
unblockable.
and have a
But can you
party.
actually throw a zone
And here we
attack?
go, we're in a 3v3 situation. Barak is opting for that stack form, and this is what we mean. The trajectory on some of
Yes,
these moves
sick.
are
That
absolutely
was
incredible. The
Good use of
basically the
hitbox.
hyper armor that you get.
But
from
the
this
problem
as
is,
well,
like, we have a
blends
pirate.
heavily into how much damage that you can land with these big swings. You can just see him going
We have
into
a
that
par-
zone, trying to get the side heavy, just constantly tap targeting. Because we kind of said the range on this character is incredible. Opts for the axe form, goes for the bash into the side light, and this is what we mean. When you're isolating in these 1v1 fights, goes for the side dodge
There we
heavy,
go.
and there we go.
Nice.
They clear at the point, and
Good
that
work.
is an expert demonstration
The
of
celebration.
how to play this
Yeah!
character within a
So,
Dominion setting, and
um,
also utilizing those different
switch.
modes depending on what you're doing in a team fight. So it's not just you don't just do it in a 1v1 scenario randomly.
Yeah.
In a team fight, you can also switch those modes.
Very
Just
focus
go
on the
isolate
game,
a single
man.
character
Focus
or
on the
try and team
game.
fight and throw those big heavies.
Yeah, and on top of that, each form also has its
Yeah.
own form of bash or otherwise kind of pinning maneuver.
Yeah, I mean, you're
The
not
staff
like
form
there's
has a
no
more
reason.
Shugoki
There's no
hug-like
reason
style,
for him
and it's
to
interruptible.
go for a parry.
Holds an enemy down for a pretty long time.
Obviously,
However,
if
the
you
axe
throw
form is
enough
where
heavies,
things get a little
okay.
bit silly
But the
because
thing is,
you've got a
I
very
don't
quick
know
like
if the
400, 500 millisecond
chain
bash that
light
can get
in
off
staff
any
form is
light
enhanced
chain
or
or
not.
starter.
If not, there's
And I
no
believe
reason
it
to
can
go for
even
parry at
backstep
all.
light into that particular bash too in double axe form.
Yeah. And here in that, let's take a listen to Team A, see what they have to say.
Dang it. I'm running as fast as my little raider legs will
And
let me.
Barracks very low.
They got B.
Nice idea. Good.
Yes, Barak. Yes.
Yes.
Here, kiddo.
Yeah. Oh!
Give Lightsy. You give revenge, you panic.
Got him.
How we
Yeah.
go? I can go mid. Or
The only thing is,
Execute Nova.
he only has to wait like 5 seconds
Right, mid.
to
Yeah. Ambux. Don't you hit me.
Got him.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful,
Sweet.
beautiful,
Very
beautiful.
I
good.
should have done a
Very
longer
good.
one, but that's okay.
Very good. We destroy everybody.
I'm gonna go back to B.
Like Nutella attacked him while he's still tagged.
Okay, so
And that gave
now
him
that
a
we find
revenge
traditional
and
dance on
basically
it's a common thing to see all
defeating
the time.
someone in a 1v1 with revenge
Games like
is
C point
no.
is pretty much
Not
the
going to
community's
happen.
designated home point in terms of where you want to go. Fastest entry onto B, you can get to A recently quickly too with some of the changes made to Overwatch way back when. You're going to see a lot of fighting here. However, this is a topic that I imagine will come up with some players. We might as well address this now. How is the staff form when it comes to clipping walls? Because this area famously has a lot of walls that you could just dunk off of if you're like playing a Griffin or a Jang Jun.
We just saw a few dunks. We saw as soon as you mentioned it, we saw a few dunks. So, of course, you want to.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to hit the wall on purpose.
With great trajectory, with great range comes great responsibility, and that is not to use.
Otherwise, you expose yourself for DBs
Fair
and
play, I've never
attacks.
seen someone put it like that before. And yeah, you can.
Flipping
it's not
walls
as bad as, say, a
only
Jang Jun who's constantly
if
trying
you
to
know
zone in corners,
100%
but
it works.
if you're not careful, you can end up clipping the walls and bouncing frequently. So just something to keep in mind. Speaking of spacing, that's an infection I think just came out from the Warmonger being piloted by King Angelus.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we just cut across to Barak here. He's trying to play the points game.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to lose
choice.
2 games
Good
in a
Like,
row.
choice.
A
thing is-
sometimes people refer to it as a consolation prize, and I can see why they do that. Of course,
Yeah.
they've just lost the point.
There's actually no reason
Go
to
get the
keep
A,
fighting on
get
1
some
point
points, and just
while,
hopefully come back to win the fight again.
map
Norgos
control
using
is not in your
the
favor.
externally
When is it
targeted,
your favor?
blockable, always handy. Let's see if Norgos is rather pleased with himself. Let's have a
Stall
listen
them.
in.
Hold them until the end of time.
Oh, did he kill us? He killed us both, yeah.
no.
I should have dodged.
Yeah, should
We have
dodge.
weird revenge tags. I'm
Was
feeling like
so
I don't know.
clear.
I feel revenge sometimes when
He's
I
going.
don't expect it at all.
I hit
Put
him
it
a
on
couple
lock.
times before that. Maybe I should have called it out.
No, it's fine. It's also me not paying proper attention, right?
Go on. Still 3-on-1 there. That's... Yeah, never mind.
I mean, it's a tough situation.
Yeah, we're getting... Not getting killed.
You know what? I would love to have a teammate like Freeze. He doesn't ever blame anyone else. He was like, you know what? It was my fault. I kind of messed up on this gank. And what better teammate to have in For Honor, Verb?
Yeah, compared to my matchmaking teammates, they're delightful, tell me wonderful things that are completely in terms of service and make me have horrible nightmares.
But the problem is,
No honor,
like,
no
he's
honor whatsoever.
permanently
Barak
under
is
pressure
constantly doing this
because
dance
no
between
objective.
C and
Like
A.
now he's...
Is half
Oh, actually, they
he's
kept
half
C.
health.
I
He's
take it
opted to
back.
go back to...
Oh, he can go in
I
here.
guess, yeah. They've captured this point. It's fine.
And C is actually
He's
the
in
most
safe
important
hands, getting
point
some
because
heals.
you have better,
But we can see
you
he
have
does
better
have
access to
the,
point B.
Tier 3.
the tier 1 buff as well.
Oh,
Activate,
yes.
He's got to activate it on the staff form. As you said, we get a bit more defense in the staff form. You get a bit more offense in the axe form. And Nutella here just kind of struggling in this 2v1 scenario.
Yeah.
Is in the staff form, trying to duck behind the minions.
Yeah,
Oh no, there we go.
Yeah,
He catches him. The execution, the head chop, and I know you were absolutely
lot of revenge.
asking so many questions to Vanessa about the executions, the
Yes.
mocap. You have been absolutely in love with them, and that is just the executions on this character are completely bonkers.
Yeah, especially considering how much of a
Oh
pain
no!
in the
No,
ass
my
they
king
were
fucked
to
up his
animate. I
ledge kill.
completely understand.
Oh, he's
However,
going to die.
let's considering
no-
pain in the ass,
there's
having
no
a bad
way
time is potentially
we'll
team
get
A.
away
Let's hear
with
what they
this.
have to say on the matter.
Filthy Spaniel coming. Filthy Spaniel coming.
Alright, I'm coming A.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Oh, you
not.
cannot.
Hey, I'm
But it's very good.
Let me know where you
Let
want.
me. I have tier
the
4.
new-
Yeah.
I have tier 4. Look at this. This is
Yeah.
gonna be amazing.
Come back, see?
Yeah, like 70 damage.
Give Lightsy. Give
Waiting for
Lightsy. Give
tags.
Lightsy.
Tags. Right, he's not got tags now. You can go.
Ah, there's no way.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Coming
He's
to
throwing
see.
One.
trees. What you
I
want?
have no health, but I'm coming anyway.
Only way to
okay. Shall we
to
call
win
it
this
a day?
is like to do an
Ah, no,
insane duel versus Barak
Come,
while
come,
the
come.
Pirate
I
is
know,
watching
I
It's
you.
so hard. Come.
Well,
come.
we all know
There we go.
this is not
Spam,
Get ready,
spam,
no goals!
Spam, spam.
Spam him!
Sorry,
Yes!
that's
That's my style! That's my style! Barak, he learned
Here.
something.
Oh my god.
No,
That's okay, he's gonna burn, he's gonna burn.
No, he's gonna
Burn, baby.
Yeah.
No, Nutella knows. I come there, he kills me with lights. It's
Ah, Nutella!
Just keep him on.
Yeah,
Woo, baby.
boom, keep trading it up.
There we go.
Let's go,
Oh, I
one
was gonna
more.
get the revive. Let me get the revive. I got a revive order, please. Please. Yeah.
Shall I stay dead? Oh.
No.
Oh no! Hey! Woo!
SB, baby.
Yeah! Okay. Vivid.
What's up?
Game 3
Say it to me.
coming up most likely.
Say it to me.
Game 3 is coming up.
Yep.
And now that we've had an idea of a match on a map that's smaller, I'm hoping that some of the strengths and weaknesses of this character are being demonstrated.
Yeah.
I have to have imagined in Twitch chat and various places there would have been probably a pretty strong reaction to some of the things, like strong reaction to put it
Okay,
politely.
okay,
You know,
okay.
having essentially 8 feats,
Yep.
pretty much, and the ability to swap between 2 forms. However, this character is not super duper hyper invincible, cannot be
Yeah.
killed. There are weaknesses and there are downsides to this character.
The thing
We kind of
is,
said Jack of all
the
trades.
attack
Yeah.
Like a
for
true
damage
master of
reduction
none of them.
buff of tier 1
you
is
have
just
all of that
10%.
versatility.
It's
I would probably say like this would be a hero that can be
plus
has a super high skill ceiling
advantage.
in the sense that you need to be both
And
effective in these team
tier
fighting
2,
scenarios with the staff form, but also
I think it's
know
also
how
the
to
same.
kind of win out in these
The
1v1
overall,
scenarios.
yeah, I
and I
mean,
think the next map that we have here, Harbor, is like a perfect
all the
place
buffs,
to
yes,
demonstrate this,
basically.
'cause
Yes,
you constantly find yourself in
obviously
these
it's the
split
advantage
2v2
for your
scenarios.
opponent.
We've seen the full team fight, but a
yeah.
lot of people might be wondering how does this character perform in these brawl scenarios where you kind of have to kill the enemy as soon as possible. I'm really hoping we get to see more of the bash in the
But,
staff form.
yes.
Grab the gang
like I
setup.
predicted,
We've not really
guys,
been able to see it
no
too much. We
one
have seen the bash in the X
use
form, but I would like to see
staff
it in the
grab.
staff form as
It
well.
requires
staff mode.
it requires setup in staff form
because it's slow,
you know,
Exactly.
it's
because
super
they-
reactable,
Ubisoft made the choice to
and it
make
looks
the
like
staff
you
form not a
can
great 1v1.
do
It's not
anything
like you can mix up
when
into
you're in
the
recovery.
Yeah.
You've got to do it raw, which means you require setup. It's essentially a similar thing to a Shugoki hug with less flexibility going into it. We'll see if it's used here today.
Yeah, I've seen. We did say it's kind of dangerous to switch the mode, but there are some kind of safe scenarios where you can. A good safe scenario is right after you attack, switching mode.
In recovery.
Yeah, in recovery, you're fine. but then also if you get a parry,
Yeah.
the mode switch is much faster.
Yes!
So a lot of the time,
Okay, stop.
hopefully we get to see it
Okay, that's-
demonstrated here.
You took a
You
shit
won't
ton
really
of
see
damage,
many
so
of them
it's
change from
still
neutral.
worth it.
Actually, we did kind of see that a few times, but there are safe options to change
Very-
mode effectively.
But it was also a greedy
Now,
attack. Was
Harper,
directly
of course,
looking
is a
at
map you
Barak.
mentioned. A lot of twosies are
Then he
rival
uses that
here,
attack.
and we're seeing that immediately in the mid. Barak currently
So
squaring
Barak can
against the
still
opposing
win the
number right now.
situation, so it's
And-
a
oh,
win-win.
and
If
the
they
axis, here we go.
actually
Okay.
kill
We
Novakin
finally
and
got it.
still
The
win
1v1
this
scenario.
1v1.
Hopefully I don't jinx this.
You're gonna jinx it.
No, I'm not gonna jinx this. Well,
You jinxed it.
look, I tried my best. It's these players.
This is the part where you stop talking and stop cursing them. 2v1 now. Will the
Yeah,
Teller make the choice
he has
to
to go
flee?
back.
Yes, he will go upstairs to a little bit of safety.
But now,
Back to the
it's
point I
kind
was
of
saying,
greedy
though,
to
you're
go
still
with
not allowed
half
to talk
health
because
to
you're gonna
point
curse.
Yeah,
A.
I know. I've been told.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the 2v2. I should probably stop talking as well, though, because apparently Team B has some stuff to say.
Of course not. Do you want me to hit C install there? Yeah, you guys can go C.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep them there.
Kick him out, kick him out, kick him out.
That's free
No one kicking out. Like he put in Paris stun, so basically.
Oh, fuck.
No!
Oh.
I was about to yell.
Yeah.
What's the second time that happened?
Don't worry.
Only two guys ganks. Only two, not three. Never three.
Whilst we're hearing Team B enjoying themselves,
You usually
on
call
the
out who's
battlefield, we
ganking.
wanna know-
Like
we
in this
wanna-
case,
we have some of our
maybe
viewers as well.
Priest and
Just
I don't know
remember,
who his
if
partner
you have
was.
your Twitch account linked
Also partner
to
was
Uplay,
Nutella.
there are scavenger crates up for grabs.
Yes.
There are 100k steal chances up for grabs.
Yes.
And also, what is the cherry on top? We also have the character up for grabs with some exclusive content, a chance for you to win just by watching.
Like they and voice, they can use.
Literally
they
free,
can take advantage
just
of it.
by watching.
Just by watching. Absolutely incredible stuff. Cutting across over here to Barak.
Speaking of free, Barak potentially if he's not careful.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
completely free here. Half health does have the assistance of
There's
the
the
Warminder.
good
Raider
ball.
comes to assist on the opposing end. Barak
Pirate
in his
lane.
axe form gets the parry there successfully, switches over to the staff mode.
we go.
That's how we kind of spoke about it earlier.
Yes.
You do have a safe switch after you get a parry. Does fall in the end, but I'm glad we were able to demonstrate that.
Yeah, I imagine Barak's not happy about dying. Let's hear what he has to say on the matter.
I'm trying. I'm struggling to. Oh no,
But
that was
big
wrong
props to
timing.
Barak.
We want
He's
to take
playing
the fight against
basically
the upcoming C and Spaniel.
Yeah,
the
okay,
absolute
We're
then-
gonna have
hero,
to dying in mid. I can,
Oh, he shot me.
and he still
No,
can.
I run.
No, no, keep them B, keep them B. I'm going gate. Keep them B.
Mike,
Gunshot just go over his head?
yeah, I think
And we're
Perfect.
talking
Oh,
about
no.
Pirate,
It's okay, it's okay. I push it. I
one of
push
the
it. Come
best
on.
team fighters you can have
Me
here.
and Spaniel
in the
will
game.
hold this.
yeah, we can.
You
Yes,
got
yes.
Nutella coming, I believe. Do you want me to go see? Go see for the peel? That'll help anyway. I'm gonna join
Oh,
you on C.
that-
Get through
I'm
there. Watch the
destroying
plunge, watch the
Nutella.
plunge, watch the plunge. I saw someone run up.
Yeah, he's gonna die.
Yeah, it's Pirate. He's
Spaniel
coming
is
to the
touching
the
too much.
Got no gas.
No, I messed the input of that completely. That was.
Oh, I got jump attack by Nova.
No, you weren't watching. Oh.
Drop attack? I always like, it's always the YouTubers that come to these events are
Solid
always the
1v1.
most wary when it comes to plunge attacks.
Yeah.
It's almost they have like a whole channel based on purely plunge attacks that is available within every video.
Yeah, getting the more flashier plays is always handy. Like, I'll tell you what, I am so curious to see what's going to happen when this character lands in the lap of the people, you know, like your Havocs, your John DeLiners, Blitz,
Oh, yes.
Clutchmeister, Antonio. There's so, like Normie as well, there's so many people who I want to see this. And like, even in some niche elements, for example, you can, the staff form, maybe, we might see Magaila specialize into it a little bit, or at least mess around. He's, you know, somewhat similar. Maybe I'm picking on that a little bit wrong. By all means, yell at me on my Twitter, Magaila, if I'm sort of profiling you wrong there. But overall,
Magailer's molding as we speak.
Absolutely. I mean, he's already mold. He can't mold any
So
harder.
now,
But
here we see the
quite
big advantage.
I am very curious to see what the
Medjay,
impressions
like,
are
having-
when this finally comes out.
having
What we're
the
seeing right
sweet
now, that being Nutella being
buffs.
decapitated.
Natella's not having a good time.
Yeah.
Against Barak on
On the
the
long-term, in the
Medjay.
I need to know what people think of this in like the first week,
Yeah.
because I was a
It'll
little
be interesting.
mixed. I was a little mixed when I was first playing. Then it clicked because, of course, we got a bunch of people in house ready to go. I was able to basically outsource opinions and be able to
Exactly.
figure it out. However, once this gets outsourced to the entire community, then where the proof of the pudding's really going to come out.
I think this character lands in both moveset and aesthetics. Like for me to finally have an ancient Egyptian warrior in the game is incredible. Like, we have been calling for this for so long, and it's finally here, and it's done right. I feel they've done it justice.
Is this the first African rep for the series?
Yep.
We got Chinese, European,
Okay.
Japanese
came
like
for the
samurai,
rotation.
Viking.
Triller has
Yeah,
no
like
chance.
this is the first.
Yeah, especially not
African
against
rep. It's
Warmonger. You
absolutely
cannot
incredible
escape
to
from
see, and
Warmonger.
I'm so happy to actually see this finally. Oh, a switch to the staff form here in this 1v1 scenario in the Tela. He's going unorthodox here, using that hyper armor. You do get the hyper armor on the second lights as well. Just
Come on,
get the
Angelus,
gears
do
up.
something here.
Oh,
There we go.
And
the
that's what we're
Tela,
saying. If
man.
you're
You
gonna
have
use
to
the
start to
staff form,
block.
you might as well put the legendary difficulty. You've activated all skulls, and you are going to be
Nothing
tryharding
that
your
was
damn hardest.
unreactable.
And saying that, let's listen to Team B to see what they have to say after that.
If you can hold him, I can jump shot him.
Do it.
Oh no. Ah.
Woo! We get that
Oh,
res,
wow.
baby. Let's go. Hey.
Wow, they're so proud of this.
Good call.
I heard it.
Good
They're
call.
they're so proud of this.
The whinging in his voice.
Right,
All right,
tier 4 on those two.
Third coming, 3 mid.
Oh, yo.
Medjay's coming.
Oh, what is this level 4?
Oh, nice shot.
I got peeled off. They're running over to
I'm
Steve.
getting away. I'm
I'm
getting
here.
away.
I'm here. I'm here.
Ah, shit.
I
He's
tried
going to A.
to
He's going to A.
You're just walking into
The
me.
half.
There's 3 mid. There's 1 A.
Yeah, I got.
Why did you?
I
Priest
thought I got
destroyed.
focused. Yeah, I know. I unlocked rolled, but then it just
Just started
Ooh,
jogging.
Warmonger, man.
exactly.
Warmonger, don't do this. Don't put
Shoot.
yourself out of stamina.
Okay,
Basically
no,
nothing.
I'm going back to C. You're going to...
Yeah, you have to fight.
Yeah.
Because I'll come. I'll drop it
Yeah.
again.
I can't get that.
No, no,
I'm
no, no.
unlucky.
Best outcome.
So, we
Barak
saw a
stays
lot of
away from
shenanigans there, but something
Ledgers.
to point out from
He
slightly
basically
earlier,
stalls two
King
guys.
Angelus has been fishing for his signature move
Yeah,
known as
Barak stay
simply the
outside.
dangerous, killing someone out of stamina, and I believe he actually got that on Barak before, so, you know,
Wow.
one of the books for him. He got a dangerous live on stream, and Norgos
Unlucky, he
just
took
killed...
too many
was
unblock
that
rolls.
dead?
But yeah.
Barak died. Barak got killed by Norgos there.
One of
Raider,
the loudest people you will hear in the
strong
studio here
duelist.
today is Barak after getting a kill or getting killed.
Yeah.
This guy is, he's got a lot of energy. I'll tell you that. He's a true gamer. Got freeze here.
What's
on-
the score
Oh.
here? So we're currently at 960 to 756 in favor of Team Barak, and they're going to be looking to try
Still
and lock down their
insane
lead
that
as we get
attacker
further
team
in.
is still
This is, of
leading.
course, the final match.
Like,
There's going to be some
the last
where we're
couple
gonna
of
start
minutes, I
seeing
had the
people decide
feeling
if they want
that
to get points or go for
Fenders are
kills,
losing,
because the
but
first
this
break
is-
is
oh.
about to appear here, and it's in the favor of Team A.
Yeah, and
he
we
has
can
to
kind
go.
of see feats are being unlocked across the board.
Yes.
Barak has got the tier 3 feat, has put the enemy in breaking,
Unlucky.
is in this axe form. Is he going to be able to do anything? We will be cutting over to Team A just to hear the comms on this ending.
Knew it. I didn't parry a single one of those, so I knew he'd throw it.
Jealous, do you need to back out?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. Quickly.
he has to go for a
I need
heal.
a peel.
Got him.
Beautiful, baby.
Oh, that was...
I'm gonna go get health. You got that. You got that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Protect A
It's okay,
at all costs. They
Just kill
got
them, just kill
they
them.
got one
Two left,
execution,
two left.
so that it
That
still
low,
stays.
That's okay. That's
This
watch
is
this.
you,
Watch
this
this.
is you.
We need
The one
to make
versus
sure
four.
Yes, come on.
No, I don't have fire flask.
Coming C.
Yeah,
Oh, Raider, baby!
Oh, yeah.
Clear mid, click mid.
Michael, you're not.
I will
Oh, that's gonna miss. No!
No!
I will clear mid.
Alright. Be fast.
You cannot pass
That
it.
was a
You
horrible
take
throw.
fire.
Yeah, yeah, I
This
bet you
Raider.
right here. Every day, bro. Every day.
I got him.
Yeah.
Yay! Good job. Woo, and
Good job.
I got. Yeah, don't look at my score. Don't look at the scoreboard, guys. But
Yeah,
Team average.
boy.
Yes. Team Froggies.
Hey,
Boing.
Hey, Barrett. Barrett.
Barak loves the camera. He loves the
What if we looked
attention.
at the scoreboard?
Yeah,
What if we just did?
yeah, I don't think they want us to, but
Do it, do
I
it.
think if we had the scoreboard open right now, I think Filthy would not be too happy.
Now that we've had all 3 games on stream, I hope for you all at home that has been a decent demonstration. Okay, I suppose we're clapping now. Huzzah.
Big claps all around.
Many clappers in the chat.
Beautiful game, chaps.
I hope now that we've had a sample game on the stream, there's a general vibe and idea to how the character flows. Because yes, we saw the 1v1 and the 2v2. However, this really is a nice way to demonstrate, you know, just the full chaos of a character that can change stances and is quite strong potentially in scenarios. More importantly, the feats as well, being a new paradigm, is something we're going to have to get used to going into the new patch.
Yeah, I think we kind of covered off a lot of what we wanted to see. The staff mode,
Right,
the
patch
access
notes.
mode, how you can interact between both, how you can use the feats depending on
So,
which mode that you're in. And it was kind of an excellent demonstration from both of the
wrap
teams
up
there.
on
But
the
unfortunately, we
feats
did
of
only
Medjay.
have one victor. There is
Nothing
always a
crazy
loser in these
except level
scenarios.
4.
And,
The level
it gets
4s are
come to the
great,
end of our best of 3
straightforward,
of our
but
exhibition
feat
matches.
1,
Soon
2,
we
and
are
3
loading up a loser's interview
are
first. Of
small,
course, you know, there is a participation
game
medal here.
changers. That helps you on the long
But
term.
I tell you what, though, Vivid, it's been 2 years. Let's not dance around the subject.
In the fight,
I'm
of the
so
fight,
happy
of
to
course.
be here.
Yeah.
Even
Like,
if it
you're
was
the
only just for
1v1,
the matches,
okay,
like,
let's
you
go
know,
for
it's
25
been
health.
2 long years since this, and personally, I'm just stoked to be here. So from myself, I can only say thank you all for watching this exhibition. It means a lot. So seriously, thank you guys.
Yeah, I did the Dominion series from home. It didn't quite hit the same, and I'm just so happy to be back in the Ubisoft office, casting For Honor one last time. That is it for me from the show. I think they might see you later on, Verb.
Possibly one segment.
Maybe might see you later on, but that is it for me
So
today.
guys, I will
hope
only
you guys
watch
enjoyed
the
the
patch notes
demonstration there of the
and
new
end of the
character
stream.
in Dominion in our best of 3. We will be cutting over to Brian,
You
who
see
has
him.
a few losers on the couch. Oh, God.
Oh, dear.
All right, we are back with, we'll say, the defeated team, because we're all winners here. But Nutella, as the captain of this team, you guys, some stuff didn't quite work. But I noticed that you were really getting into the team fights with Medjay and really working him there. How does Medjay feel in that team fight experience?
Yeah, Medjay feels pretty good in team fights. So if the staff stance, you get instant hyper armor. It's like you're playing Radar all over again.
Yeah.
You can practically lock down
Basically.
the whole team fight, especially your 360 sweeps and your staff. Feels amazing to play the character in team fights. Quite nice. Sadly, though, we threw Overwatch pretty hard by plunging off ledges.
I'm sure we.
Yeah.
Who are you looking at? Who are you looking at?
I was looking at you.
I remember this situation.
Were you not like a diver or a plumber in a past life? Because you
No,
whiffed at
no.
every
The thing is,
plunge.
I know this ledge is dodgy. That's putting it nicely. No, I'm gonna try it. This time it's gonna work. It's gonna work.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. Not even close.
Yeah, and then Nova followed up and didn't get it either.
Yeah, no, I
Well,
tried
a
to
little bit
follow
of
up,
follow.
and
Yeah.
it didn't happen, unfortunately.
But Norgaz, you were given Barack a real run for his money there in games 2 and 3. There, especially that third game, you were all over him with Raider.
I
Got
mean,
inside his head a little bit, and
ha-
just kind of followed through.
I don't
with
know,
what I
like,
expected him
can
him
we
to do.
compare
I was doing
Raider
some of the
with
same things, throwing out
Medjay?
some heavies,
Not a good
noticing he was
comparison
going
in
for
my
a lot of dodge attacks, and I just took advantage of that, getting some extra guard breaks, some extra damage, and clipping him with some of the unblockables for the finishers.
Well, despite the L, you fought valiantly and will live forever in the halls
I mean,
of
you cannot
Valhalla.
compare.
Yes! My brothers!
And Nova King, you were just kind of running the map and just pulling a lot of assists. Kind of what were you trying to accomplish there?
Yeah, I was just trying to rotate with my team between sort of B and like each point in each map, and I was just trying to make sure that there was enough time for them to heal, and then go back and heal myself. Really just trying to optimize as much damage as possible, really, and then get my feats in at the right places as well.
Well, you guys fought
yeah.
well. You start out with a big W, and then it just kind of, didn't go in your favor. But thanks for joining me today, and thank you also for our wonderful casters, Verbalocity and Vivid Nas, for sticking like with the cams and everything, and jumping to the comms at the right moment, and just giving a really good recap of everything. But I'm gonna ask you guys to step off stage. So
My
that we can bring
eyes.
on the winning team.
All right.
I asked myself, What did Ubisoft said to these guys to do all these poses? Do something crazy, do something insane, do something... I have no idea.
And we're back with the winning team, Barack. How was Medjay?
Oh, first of all, I mean, before I say anything, I'm here as the captain of the Pepe army, so I would like to represent my clan. If you've seen the frogs in the game with the emblem, yeah, that is me. I would like to celebrate.
Self-advertisement. Yeah, shameless.
This,
Oh God, what have you done?
Shameless.
What have Spaniards done? Little origami froggies.
There's frogs everywhere.
It's a plague of frogs. It's appropriate.
Okay, but no, really, you were working Medjay to the limit there.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
Well, for me, Medjay, this character is actually really crazy. It is Raider and Berserker in one character. And it's actually very interesting because I'm just there in team fight. I'm
Raider,
just throwing zone and heavies and I'm literally killing everybody. Like I'm looking at them like their HP is just melting in front of me. And it is so nice because it's like, it's building up to that tier 4. And that tier 4 is just, I say this with no sarcasm. This is like a For Honor orgasm, my friend. This is, it's so nice. You see this? Like you see all his HP, it's melting. It's like maximum dopamine. You understand? It's too nice. I love his feats. I love the character. It is a very good feeling by this.
And Angelus, you were getting some work done there. Did I hear a couple dangers?
Yeah. I threw one dangerous and then got parried. So I was like, dangerous, and now I'm dead.
That's why they call it dangerous.
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of dangerous, Marco, what was that? You were doing some stuff with Raider there, especially towards the end over on C. You lit the whole place on fire.
Yeah, not what I intended to light on fire. That is a trademark Marco moment.
You YOLO'd it. You YOLO'd the flask,
exactly. You know? Yeah, no, I felt it would have been a little bit too much if we just burned Nutella there at the end.
Shade humility.
It just, no, for real, it would have been very anticlimactic if that's how it ended.
It would have been Nutella on toast. And
so in a way, I'm happy with how that panned out.
I did love the 1v1 moments between you and Norgaz, saying like
the Raider mirrors.
Yeah, you up against like King Raider himself.
Yes.
Like that was a lot of fun.
It was an honor to fight such a legendary opponent. So thank you for the honor.
And Spaniard, you were working Pirate pretty good there. Like on C, on that third match.
Yeah, I would like to say I was intentionally stalling points so that my performance on the scoreboard may not necessarily reflect my performance in the match. I was dying a lot, but in the right places. I thought,
strategic death.
Yeah, I had some amazing plunge attacks in the in the training we had yesterday in the trial, but today I kind of just plunged a little bit. But then I did also get Norgaz. He plunge attacked and I shot him from the top of the thing. That was fun, you know.
Yeah,
I got you, Norgaz.
Annoying because I always tell you not to plunge attack to throw the game and you do it anyway.
Yeah, well, I didn't. They did.
I very much appreciate it.
Yeah,
This is why we won today.
Yeah, exactly.
You did.
So thanks, Norgaz.
You did. You had some good stalls in game 1 where you were holding the point.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those stalls didn't pay off in that game, but you guys brought it back around. And as a thank you for being here with us today, and as a reward for being Team W, we'd like to present you with these nifty little gauntlet cups. Maximum For Honor.
Sick.
I have a frog in it.
And thank you guys so much for joining us. And I want to thank again Verbalocity and Vivid Nas for casting. I'm UB Brian Dixon. Thank you. We'll be right back with the cosmetics segment. So fashion, walk, fashion, baby. We'll be right back.
Woo!
See you soon.
Cheers.
cosmetics now. Alright, I will sit this one out and the patch notes and we call it a G today. But I have to say, good death streak. Good death streak.
Welcome back. What a fantastic match. But now it's time for fashion. So new hero means new armor variation coming at you too. But before that, let's talk about the time-limited event pass starting July 28th for 3 weeks. So Andrew, what can you tell us about that?
Of course. Basically, Medjay removed the curse from the river fort, as well as he removed all the masks in the studio. So that's a good news.
So alive.
But not only that was a good news, he brought us the event items, event rewards. So this is something that Anastasia will be able to explain in detail.
Yes. So let's go into the details of all the reward that we have into the pass. So starting with the battle outfit, I think we have a battle outfit to present.
Sure. So the battle outfit, it was inspired by the curse that Balthorn brought to Heathmore into U1 when he stole the Scarab bracelet. So here you see a lot of green and orange and red colors that reminds us about rotten crops, dead animals, infected things, and yes. And this swirl of locusts that are flying around and spreading the disease.
I can smell this one from here.
Definitely difficult to take the shower in the battlefield.
It is difficult to take a shower. I love that one. So this one you can equip on Finish, Kill, and Idol as well.
Yeah, and this beautiful ornament, even though it's shiny and it's made of gold and encrusted with beautiful jewelry, it's also a very good reward for Plague Survivor.
So we talk a little bit about armor variation. You might have seen some tidbit of it during the match. So Andrew?
It's Egyptian. We cannot just pass the fashion.
We cannot.
There's a lot of cool stuff, and then we had to make sure that all the variation characters can be applied on it. So let's
Let's watch that. Let's look at them.
So Medjay brought a lot of goodies to the Heathmore.
Good guy.
And a beautiful armor. So for knights, he brought white materials, very nice ornate, and this like very specific stripes that was very used in
Andrew's rocking it.
There you go. And also armor made of black metal and engraved in with golden elements. For Vikings, he brought this beautiful leopard fur and also floral patterns that engraved on the armor as well. Samurai, they have very elegant look with the vertical stripes, and also they have this very nice cool colored patterns and a lot of silver, of course. and
I mean, not
the
just
Wulin,
watch the
they
video.
got the color palette is a mix of brown and warm colors with silver elements, and of course there's like a lot of engravings that was inspired by animals of ancient Egypt.
It's quite fascinating seeing the one culture apply into different factions and coming up with resulting the different type of result, different type of look. So it's
Yeah,
cool
I
to
guess
see
your team
It's
must
really
have worked
interesting
like
to
so hard
see
on this. I mean, it
how
shows. It
Ubisoft
shows. It's so great.
approaches
So
how
yeah,
to
so
mix
Medjay's
two
Deliverance.
cultures.
Please, guys, free event
Basically,
pass
Japanese
from
culture
July
of,
28 to August
Egyptian.
18. It's a limited event. Event pass for 3 weeks. So thank you guys. Any last word, maybe? Andrew,
Yes,
you want to say?
I would like to thank the whole team, the dev team, of course, but at the same time, co-dev, Chengdu team, they work very hard to deliver every asset. So I really appreciate it. But especially community, without you, this doesn't exist. So
give good
thank you
feedback,
for
yeah.
the support, and your kind word always makes us to keep run. So thank you, and I hope hope everyone enjoys the contents.
That's it. So thank you guys. Thank you for joining us today. And now we're gonna go with Patch Note with Brian.
Patch notes, patch notes, patch notes. Ah! There's the video. I mean, now there's probably some haters in the internet like, oh, this doesn't look good. But you have to consider like they're mixing two cultures. This is a really hard job to do. And I think, look at freaking Black Prior! This looks sick. That's awesome. Oh, Lawbringer! Dang, this helmet! Jeez! PK! Love it. I just love it. Like, it looks super new and how do you call that? Refreshing? To have a look like this. Okay, I have to say, like Raider, that looks a little bit random, but oh, I like the headpiece of. No, that's me. Oh, Damsel looks. To the samurai faction. Like, I really want to know how they choose the armor piece. Reskin, basically. Like, I know the helmet of a rook. They reskinned it, basically. Looks great. But how do you... Oh! Okay, Kyoshin. My Kyoshin still looks terrible. Not really playing him. Fine, I guess. Oh, that's how they do it. You see the background on the ceiling, the weapon skill. Oh, Nucia. Oh, I like the engravings on her armor. Catch nuts, finally!
And welcome back. I am joined now by Mr. Stefan.
I programmer?
And for the first time on the Warriors Den, Lily Gabrielle.
Get an update on our UI?
Warriors Den.
Thank you so much. I'm super happy to be here.
Excellent, excellent. We're excited to have you. But we've got a lot to go over in this patch notes segment. So let's start off first by recapping the most recent testing grounds. So, Steph, take it away.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Absolutely. So the testing ground, it's an opportunity for us to basically have a conversation with players with potential upcoming changes. Most recently, we had a testing grounds with the guard break vulnerability in chains, where the intent was to make you a little safer inside your chains from guard break.
I think
so
the best way...
The negative part basically is that the feedback was much more negative than we were hoping for on this one.
I will explain.
The feeling of like, I don't get my guard break punished. Certain moves like Kensei dodge forward superior block into guard break or blade blockade on Aramusha were big question marks. And so basically the whole thing was kind of a feel bad thing from the player's perspective. So basically what we've decided at the end of the day, because this is the point of the testing grounds, some things get pushed, some things don't get pushed.
I think this is totally okay.
To take this feedback and say we will not push.
But I have a better idea to actually
in chains data.
Make throwing out the tags.
So that's not going. But is there any part of the testing grounds that you are going to keep?
Yes. So the one part we'll keep is the dodge attacks that you saw on the Highlander. Basically, it's kind of the idea of like, hey, now there's a tool for the characters that are remaining that don't have dodge attacks. It's only a very small handful. It's time to give them the tool that they're not so unable to deal with like Shugoki headbutt or other melees and so on.
Are you saying Sense getting a dodge attack?
If you don't have any dodge attack, that's a character who's getting a dodge attack, yes.
And I also hope he gets a roll catcher. If he gets a roll catcher, it's finally time for me to play Highlander.
Just real quick to recap.
So armor variation for the pirate, okay, use the end flow.
We've got some armor variations for the pirate
on stamina
that are coming up. We announced earlier in the year that there would be some variations that were delayed into later in the year. And so we have two of those, which we'll go over in just a sec. We've got a new revised
remove parry flash indicator. Oh, that's a big.
As well as
that's a big change for competitive
targetable feats and parry flash indicators.
The unblockables becomes more unreactable.
The dodge attacks will be season 3. All this stuff that you see here in this list, other than that,
on
is
casual level,
exactly.
Unblockables.
So first up, armor variations for pirate.
But on high
we have
competitive
two variations that will be
level,
coming in,
unblockables are
in this
reactable.
update. They are
For
the
certain, unblockables.
Devourer pirate
Example, Shugoki
variation
and
set,
Hitokiri
and so
are
you'll
very
get a
easy to
cape with
react to.
this. You'll be able to make all the Warden mains jelly. And it's a good looking set. I really like the little touches all over with the fur. And then we've also got the Devourer alternate. Yeah. Anyway. But it has a great tattoo on the face that is affected by your material. And so these two will be coming in this TU, and then the other two will be coming in the following TU. And so Pirate's getting some fashion on. So you can look good when you walk the plank. You know what I'm saying? So let's jump into user end flow. Lily Gabrielle, your team worked really hard on this. So what does this mean? Do I get to spam A less?
No, you're still going to be able to spam A. We don't want to take that away from you, but you're going to get like the expected result, which is getting to the tab faster. So the main issue we had with the old end flow was all the flashy animation and the pop-ups. The pop-ups were making the experience very intrusive and long for the player. So now you're going to get to the tabs faster if you want to. And all the tabs have a new layout. So everything, hero progression, battle pass progression, the dual rank, the rewards, and the next match option have a new look and feel. So we really focused on the players. We wanted them to have a better understanding of the progression they made in the previous match. So faster, clearer, more efficient, and very good looking. The art team did a great job. So yeah, we're really happy with the result.
Yeah, better, faster, stronger. So does this mean I'm going to be able to have enough time to deploy my troops, rearrange my orders, and tweak my fashion?
Hopefully you will. You only have 1 minute, but if you're fast enough on the A button, you will have enough time.
I can get some
Yeah, I
fashion
mean, it's
done
really
quick.
important to go to the hero customization.
So this
and
is
maybe
awesome.
salvage
Because,
some
sometimes there was just so much A, and especially if you have the battle pass or there's an event pass going on. Sometimes it's just like, come on, I need to get stuff done.
Exactly.
So this is really nice. I like this a lot. Mr. Stefan, what are you doing to stamina?
Well, I think it was spoiled actually in the gameplay that you might have seen in the previous few matches, but you see a couple benefits coming really quickly. So first, when you're out of stamina, the stamina pause will no longer apply in that case. And then second, whenever you stand up from the unbalanced state, you're going to fully replenish your stamina.
So what are Scent Mains going to do?
I think everyone's going to be all right. I think it's just you live in the land of like a gray screen a lot less.
Okay.
You see here in this video, Hitakiri knocks down the Lawbringer, gets 1 full punish of light heavy, I want to say, or light, I guess it looks like. But then you can wake up into another unblockable, and you're like, well, I got to either parry this or take damage. And if you parry it, you go right back to the floor a lot of times. So we don't like that. We want players to get out of stamina. We want the big punish at least because it's fun. But we don't want 2 big punishes in a row because that sucks.
Yeah, I've been caught by that. By
I mean,
Scent Mains before.
They took literally the worst hero to show.
You get back up, you whiff and eat the kick.
Was it on
and then
Yom
you're
or
right back in.
also on Centurion?
Exactly. So it's not going to be rough to be out of stamina, but there's like a kind of maximum duration.
Like
that
less
it's gonna
rub in
be.
your face.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So I think that's good news to some people out there.
Like
and,
if Yom
then targetable
uses
feats. Am I still going to be able to
punish
use
on the
feet?
ground, you automatically
Exactly. I mean, you can throw
get
your feet
full
across
health
the map
back,
if you want,
no
especially
stamina
when
back.
you're unlocked.
Same for
You can throw it in the
Wookiee
wrong
Hug.
place, like we
And I'm not
seen earlier as well. Oops.
No one
But
did
I've done
that
before.
No one did that.
No one
And
did
it
that?
definitely was
Touchable
not
feet.
Marco
Touchable feet are
Yolo
no longer effective with stealth
that yeeted the feet
and should
into
correctly
the
track
brick. Anyway,
opponents who
We're
have
going to get beat up after this segment. But
Okay.
So basically, yeah, we want that to still be possible, but we want it when you are locked and you throw a feat at a locked target, that it actually goes kind of where you expect. And the 2 cases that didn't happen before are if your opponent had stealth, or if your opponent was dodging. Not that it wouldn't go near them, it would go like 1,000 miles away, and you're like, what's up with that? It should have at least gone to where they were.
Yeah, because there have been times where I've opted against targetable feats because, like, I've seen, like, Fire Flask or something just whiff right through a Shigoki.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's a game loser, right? When you throw it like here in this video, 1,000 miles away, like why, right? Like, so players were actually unlocking to throw it at the Shinobi properly here. So that was before, and now here you can see at least it goes to where the Shinobi is.
Oh, so you're not gonna have to unlock just to make sure you don't waste your feet.
Exactly.
Anymore.
Exactly.
Okay, nice.
So they can still dodge in and get away, and everything's good for them if they are dodging and stuff. But yeah, it's good for you now.
Okay, awesome. And then parry flash indicator. What are you tweaking here? And I think both of you work together on this, like both of your teams.
It's a full team for everything, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and everything's got to
This
get done
can
this way.
now
So,
deactivate
like,
the
in terms of
parry
what
flash.
we're trying to do.
What?
We're trying to have the option or the ability to have this parry flash indicator.
What is this? Just optional?
Yeah, so the team added an option in the custom match menu to enable and disable it, so it's optional.
Exactly, perfect.
I would
perfect
never
reset.
do
Thank you
that.
for
I
saying
mean,
that.
that's
Nailed
the
it.
reason.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
so
for
if
me
you're in
at least.
regular matchmaking, it's not going to apply. You're still going to get the parry indicator as normal.
Option
with gameplay,
appears in
nothing's
the
gonna take it
arena.
but you have the ability
it's
to turn
okay.
it off in custom match, for example.
And so
I'm
for the
pretty sure
smooth brains
Tokman
out
will
there like
highly
myself,
appreciate it.
what is this? What's the
If you
benefit
see
of doing
the white
this?
flash.
So if you're watching this,
the
you can
red.
see that little red
This
flash.
is actually the timing where
that
you have to
happens on
input
the other
parry.
video before this, and now that little red flash is gone. So what we're kind of hoping is that competitive players will be able to turn it off in their custom matches to be able to be like, the reaction monsters and everybody else are kind of on the same footing, where they can't see the flash and then be like, it's a real attack, therefore I parry, or not see the flash yet and therefore realize. Hey,
I mean, if it's just
so it's an
optional, I
equalizer.
mean, it's not really.
That's a hope. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. And thank you so much for all of your work on all of this. You guys, thanks for joining on the Warriors Den. So awesome to have you, Lily Gabrielle.
Thank you so
awesome
much.
first time here.
Yes.
So, and we will be right back with what is the next segment? Competitive update. That's right. Thank you. That was Mike from the shadows. So thank you. We'll be right back with competitive update. See you guys soon. Don't touch that dial.
Okay, guys. That's actually it. I highly enjoyed the dev stream. But now, for me, it's time to go. I recorded already 1 hour. No, the dev stream is already going for 1 hour and 50 minutes. Actually insane. So guys, next week, see the new hero Medjay with his 2 forms. New feats coming. Blah blah blah. I can't wait. Cover him. It's very interesting. That's for sure. And yeah. Boys, have fun. Yeah.